So I love camera gear. So over the past couple of years that I've been doing this freelance work, working with corporations, music videos, artists, you name it, there's a lot of gear that I've accumulated that I think is definitely worth investing into, and definitely some that you probably shouldn't get at all. And in this video, I'm giving you my top 15 things that I think you need to get as a professional content creator, photographer, or videographer. All right, so the first thing we want to talk about is Gaff Tape. This and this are going to be your best friends on set, at home, literally everywhere. You cannot not need. You can never not need Gaff Tape. So let's say you're at a wedding or a music video or something else where you need a bunch of lights. There's cables running all over the floor, they're running from different outlets, and you don't want anyone tripping on them. So like how we all do it is we just gaff it down to the floor. Just bundle all your cables all together in one really nice clean line and put some gaff tape over it. A couple of other pieces of gaff tape that you might want to get are these nice thin colored ones. So let's say you are miking up 4 or 5 different people. There's 4 or 5 different XLR cables that are going out. You can label each and every single one so you know exactly what cable is going to what. You can use these to mark on the floor and in the direction of wherever your tripods, C-stands, you can mark off any object that's in the area, and you know exactly where to put it again so that the framing is exactly the same. All right, the next item on our list is these really simple packing pouches that you can get on Amazon. They're really cheap, really affordable, and just a really nice, easy way to store a lot of your gear, to keep everything organized, and just you know exactly where everything is gonna be. There are more expensive ones that are more mainstream and a lot more durable, but for the price of this and the amount that you get is kind of nuts. I actually found out about this product through Ryan on YouTube, so if you wanna check out his stuff. Really amazing cinematographer, really great director, and some really good videos that I think are really educational and worth your time. But these guys are such a lifesaver and just so nice for all you ADHD people out there that love to organize their stuff. This is great. They are color coordinated, they got different sizes, like you can literally fit anything in these things. I put camera rig stuff in here, I put cables, XLRs, random stuff that I just don't need. And you can color coordinate them as well. It's also kind of nice that these things are also see-through as well, so you can actually see what's inside the pouches without having to open it up and search through everything and then put it back again. And these are some other pouches that I also found as well. This one's from Elda. It's got a really cool front zipper part. So there's, you know, the front part, you can kind of look into this. It's a little bit more durable than the plastic ones. Still a little flimsy, but this I feel a little bit more comfortable kind of throwing in the dirt and throwing in my bags and being a little more abusive with it than the other ones. And like it has a clip on it as well, so if you need to clip it onto the side or something, you're good to go. And speaking of which, in one of these bags right here, I have a bunch of colored zip ties with tags on the end. These are a few of the tags, and as you can see, there are hundreds, and I mean hundreds of these guys. And I've already used up quite a bit in my own setup, so you can just see already, you have a lot of use for these. There's also a little marker on this as well, so you can write down exactly what these tags are gonna be used for. For example, a lot of my yellow tags are used for all of my lights. So I put it on the ends of my cable so I know what cable is going to where and what it's gonna be used for. Because I'm sure as well as a lot of you know, we have a lot of cables, especially the AC ones, that we have no idea what it's used for. There's no label on it, and then we just have to kind of guesstimate what it's used for or read the voltage and just be like, oh, okay, cool, just slap it on this one and it's good to go. All right, the next item on our list are these things right here, which are called power squids. So it's actually a power strip that looks kind of like a squid when you turn it upside down. And the cool thing about this is that every single outlet can be used for any different type of AC power plugin that you have. I'm pretty sure anybody that's dealt with an extension cord always has 1 or 2 slots that can never be used because you have some bricks that just take up 2 or 3 slots of them, and it's really irritating. And on set, we do not want to be carrying on more stuff than we need to. And some of them are even color coordinated as well. So again, if you want to use the gaff tape that we talked about earlier and you want to gaff down some of the cables that are like, hey, it's a red cable, it's a yellow one, it's a black one, so you know exactly what cable is going into what outlet. All right, there's a couple of items on this table that I want to talk about because I always use in every single one of my builds, no matter what. So the first thing is this Condor Blue quick release plate. This is one of their older versions, and I know they have another one that's kind of updated, but the cool thing about this is that it is a literal mini quick release plate. So you can slap this on monitors, you can slap this on different types of gear, whatever it is that you can think of. There's 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch slots in here. Literally slip it right in, you lock it in, and this thing is not going anywhere. This locking maneuver right here, this stops it from going out. This gives me more trust than just slapping something in and it's like, okay, it's gonna be good, it's not gonna fall. Like, I trust this thing a lot. And this one, I use, oh my God, I use this probably the most. This is a magic arm from SmallRig and also a clamp. So I put on just a whole bunch of stuff for this. You literally twist it, it comes out, you can kind of maneuver every which way, lock it in, and it's solid, like it's not going anywhere. I clamp V-mounts, I clamp cameras, transmitters, microphones, literally anything that has a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch hole that I want to fill in. Pause. I use this all the friggin' time, and it is so incredibly helpful. I am almost 99.9% confident that it will never move and it is going to stay exactly where I put this thing. And you can also combine this with this guy right here. This is the Aperture MC. It is a small little 4-factor LED light that you can put on top of your camera and it'll shine. It's got a bunch of different settings and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff. That's bright, and this is, oh, this is at 100%, I lied. But like, you can change the Kelvin, so it can be super warm, or it can be super cool, and it's got just a whole bunch of different settings. I think it's around like $100. Oh, and it's also magnetized in the back. So, speaking of lights, I just took it down from the back, but these are my LED tube lights from Lux CEO. These things are absolutely amazing. They're not so much like the Quasars because they do have a little backing in the back, so the light doesn't appear from here, but on the front it does. And it's full RGB. It's got like effects like a cop car. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But again, and like you can put this on top of a car or something, pretending that you're the cops, just like, you know, like that's so freaking cool. And the coolest thing about this is that yes, it is 100% waterproof. I've taken this in pools, I've taken this in the ocean. We shot a music video for Nostalgics and we used this, and we used 2 of these things. And they were such a game changer, and I'm so glad I brought them. These guys are also USB-C rechargeable, which means you just literally plug it in and you will have it running. I believe if it's on the regular like Kelvins, kind of like these kind of colors, they will last up to, I think, 5 hours on full max brightness. And if you go anything with RGB at full brightness, I believe they last 10 hours. All right, so I didn't even know SmallRig made this until I was actually looking for one. This is a Fresnel lens. What is a Fresnel lens, you might ask? You ever see the lights from a lighthouse on the beach and how it's so like dialed in and it's like kind of just beeline, there's like a beam of light? There's a good chance that it is using this light adapter. But the cool thing with this is that because of the glass in the front, so basically what this does is it condenses all the light from your light source down to a very fine beam, and it makes it even stronger than what the normal output is on your light. It has an internal fan that doesn't run off a battery. I don't know how SmallRig does it. I tried to look it up before, but I think it's like it understands like heat inside of it. It does like science shit, and it'll turn on, and it's very quiet. I've never really heard this just yet, so I don't know how it is, but again, for $100, and it is a Bowens mount as well, so this is kind of a no-brainer. It is so sick and so versatile, and it is one of the coolest pieces of gear that I have that's around $100. So if you've been on film sets or anywhere else, you understand that milk crates are probably one of the fundamental ways of transporting gear and kind of storing everything. This is a foldable carrying crate or a milk crate by InstaCrate, I believe. And I got this actually at Costco, surprisingly. And I saw this and I was like immediately like, oh my goodness, I need to get several. I have like 5 or 6 of these at home, and I use this to carry around camera gear, groceries from Costco, like literally anything. I will put it in here and it is fan-freaking-tastic. It is sturdy as all hell, and you can actually stack these guys on top of each other, and there's a whole locking system as well. And it literally packs down to nothing afterwards. This is the Hollyland Lark Mark II wireless microphone with transmitter combo. So when I saw this on sale on Amazon, it was like for $95. So this combo pack comes with 2 wireless receivers, which is actually magnetized. It's actually sitting right on my shirt right now, which is great. And there's also 1 receiver that you can also plug into your camera, which is what I have right now. So I don't have to sync audio. Yay! There's also 2 other receivers that you get. One is Thunderbolt and one is USB-C. So if you want to plug it into your phone and use that for your microphone, you can. And you can also plug it into your PC if you really wanted to use it as a microphone for your Zoom meetings and whatnot. And again, it's wireless, so you can walk around the house. You can go to the bathroom and take your Zoom meetings if you really wanted to. Let's not do that. Or if you want to do some kind of live streaming on Twitch, this can connect to it and you can walk around. And the battery life on these guys, I think it's around like 6 to 7 hours, I believe. And if you're the only person that's vlogging, you can literally switch between these. And this pack right here can charge a fully dead mic all the way to full, I think 2 or 3 times. So you're basically covered all day, 24/7, if you really want to live stream. This is one of the coolest things I picked up recently, and I think it is definitely worth the investment if you do not have a wireless microphone or a wireless lavalier in your kit. All right, and this is the second to last piece of gear that I have. This is the brand new monopod that I picked up from Sirui. It is the SMV 145. Now, the cool thing about this monopod in particular, that it is a quick release monopod. So as you can see, with most monopods, you would need latches to kind of extend the arm and whatnot, but you literally twist this thing and it just extends. You twist it again and it locks in place. This is such a freaking cool piece of gear. And I think if you're doing any kind of photography, any kind of videography, you need this thing. Like now, this would probably be like one of the coolest things you could bring to a party and just be like, yo, I got a foldable staff, I got a foldable mace, and that's pretty cool. You literally twist it and it's good to go. Also has these really strong feet, has a really strong base, has a little rubber on the bottom, also has a spike if you're gonna be going in dirt or something else. And this thing is rock solid, and it's a ball head, so you can also loosen this as well, move it around, you're good to go, twist it, and it's locked in place. Like, it holds my Z9 with a 78-200. The other cool thing, ready for this? Quick release, quick release. It is now a freaking, it's now I don't know, what do you call this kind of gear? Is it like a top hat? I don't even know. Let's say, okay, we still need to start moving. Okay, take this off. Lock it in place. Let's go running. This thing is so freaking cool. I can talk about this all day. And if you ever have one, if you have a friend that has one, I literally spend just like 15 minutes just playing with this thing and just like unscrewing it, letting it fall, putting it back up. One of the coolest pieces of gear in my kit, and I use this almost every single shoot now. This is the Hollyland Mars 400S Pro Mark II wireless video transmitter. It is what it is. It is a wireless transmitter so you can see what's happening on screen without being directly behind the camera. What's cool about this thing is that it can actually connect to 4 different wireless devices. So it can be Android, iPad, Apple, MacBook, whatever it is, as long as you can download the Hollyland View app, I think it's what it's called. You can view it. And it's great. It's like I have my iPad as a little like director's monitor, which is fantastic. The cool thing about this as well is that it takes HDMI and SDI. So if you have a camera that has SDIs coming from a SDI in, you can also have an SDI out going into a professional video monitor, or you can do an HDMI, which is what I normally do, is I just have it, on some kind of just cheap monitor from Best Buy, so my clients can view it from a little video village, and then they can also have it connect to an iPad, so the other director can see it, or anybody else needs to see it. If the art director or makeup needs to see something and like, hey, I don't like how this looks, let me go in and touch it up real quick. Y'all can go in instead of huddling around the little tiny LCD screen, because I know everyone does that, and we've all been there before. And if you really want to be professional and raise your 8, this thing is so worth it. It works off of Sony MP batteries, but you can also have a bunch of adapters. It is also USB-C powered as well, so you can literally plug this in to a V-mount battery or something else. And it's also AC powered too. So you can connect this any which way to have constant power throughout the day. I usually have it in this little Pelican case where I keep some of my V-mount batteries, I keep a couple extra antennas, and I also have my Atomos Ninja 5 in here as well, which I don't normally use as much because especially with my rig, I try not to have it super heavy, but if I do need a monitor, then I will put it into here. And that also has HDMI in and out, so we should be really good to go. And that is it for, I honestly forget how much shit we went through. I just kind of pulled a bunch of stuff that I was like, people have asked me about this before, I'm gonna talk about it. So we've talked about this many things. That's a lot of things. If you did like this video, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, give it a like. That is the chair cracking. That is not good. Thanks for joining, everybody. I really appreciate it. I cannot be waiting to make another one of these videos.